It's raining.
in Delhi NCR. Can you see? It's nice weather, completely raining. And you can see there is a mela here. Everyone is standing and taking pictures of the rain because just like in Edgbaston, even though we are not at Edgbaston, we are feeling like we are in Edgbaston,
Edgbaston.
isn't it? Because it's raining pretty.
It's day 3. Yes.
Yes, so.
So,
Oh, maybe in our title it must have gone as
day 2.
day 2. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just change that, please.
Anyways, as you said, just like it is raining
Yeah,
here
beautiful
in
weather.
Delhi NCR. And,
Beautiful weather.
I heard somebody was asking for some samosas and pakoras.
Yes, come a
Emergency
bit
call?
close. Come a bit close, then you'll. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So,
No, 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 not like that. Bring it out. Okay, this one is smaller. This leg, so it has to be here. Yes, just leave it there. Okay.
so news from Edgbaston is that play should go to the 5th day now. Isn't it?
Looks like it.
Mm.
So maybe they will be taking lunch very soon. you
Yeah,
think?
so what has happened is that day 3 play has stopped because of rain, A, and most likely because it's just 15 minutes left for the lunch. So maybe what can happen is I think in next 4-5 minutes they can have early lunch also. I think that
Yes.
should also be announced. The moment it is announced, we'll let you know. But
See, a lot of questions are being asked about Virat Kohli. I can see Big Boy. I can see, I think, few other people who said that, why was Virat Kohli being like that? What did you make of that entire Bairstow and Virat Kohli incident?
I think we were together at that time. We were watching that match, and at that time, we thoroughly enjoyed it. And
Yeah, yeah.
we said, this is Virat Kohli. This is what he does. He's always there in the game, and just that, and it was all in the game because
Yes.
an over before that and over later. The way Virat was behaving or talking to Bairstow or Ben Stokes, it was completely different. So it was all in the game. But if a lot of people are suggesting that whatever Virat did or said to Johnny Bairstow, it riled up Johnny Bairstow, I don't buy that.
No, so I think, come here, come a bit this side. I think we look much better here. You know? So again,
this side.
Acha, come this side. So basically, whatever little we could make out, I think that whatever we're getting to know, what the whole scenario behind that was, I think Virat Kohli was pointing out to Bairstow about wasting of time or something like that. So that was the thing that started it off. I could lip read Virat Kohli in that phase, and you could clearly make out that he was telling him, be quiet, focus on your batting. So you could clearly lip read that. That is what Virat was telling Bairstow, be quiet and focus on your batting, be quiet, focus on your bat. That is what he was saying. Now people are saying, how did that happen? So the visuals that stand out, one, the day before, they were hugging or, he put his arm around it. So they're clearly friends. And the other visual that was really noteworthy was just after that over, Virat went and gave him a friendly punch. That means they were all right, and Ben Stokes and Virat were also talking. So I don't think there was any animosity. Now, I think looking at that, I felt it was a tactical thing by Virat Kohli to disrupt his concentration, and then maybe he might give his wicket. By the way, in hindsight, you can now say that that didn't work and he shouldn't have done it.
But immediately after that, after that incident, what happened?
That's it worked.
Immediately,
It worked.
the next ball.
Yes. So
it
what
worked.
Virat did, it worked because the next 2-3 balls, if you see, Bairstow was not even close to the
Yeah.
ball and he was just trying to hit. So Virat's strategy of disrupting him or making him or playing with his ego worked because Bairstow did play a few very rash strokes. That's
Yes.
another matter that he didn't connect. In fact, even the one that he connected went over the infield could have got out. So I think
lunch.
that what Virat was trying to do did work. It's another matter that Bairstow got lucky at that time, didn't get out. And from there on, he kicked in and has got so many runs. So now in hindsight, when you look at it, you'll say, oh, it didn't fire. But I think that time it worked. I was just reading a tweet by a good friend. I say good friend because I worked with him earlier, Jimmy Neesham.
Okay.
Very funny guy on Twitter. And he says, why the hell will anyone try to upset Johnny Bairstow
Especially in this form.
in this form? Because Bairstow has this history of whenever you try to have a one-on-one with him or you try and sledge him, he goes on and gets big runs. So what he says is, why do opposite teams keep making Johnny Bairstow angry? He gets 10 times better when you make Bairstow angry. Give him a gift basket each morning. Let him know you are having scar welted while he's batting. Anything to keep him happy.
Maybe Virat did realize that later.
Even if his competitors criticize him, he gets right.
Yeah.
Maybe Virat did realize that later after that over, and he just went and gave him a.
Made him friendly. So, according to Jimmy Neesham, the best way to get Bairstow out is to make him feel happy and nice and comfortable. Then he gets out. If you make him angry, he scores run. And on the evidence of what we saw, it has worked out in Bairstow's favor. But again, I'll reiterate, I think Virat's strategy worked. This wasn't Virat who really got angry. You could clearly make out that he was doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
And his idea was to upset Bairstow. Initially, he did get him to, play a few rash stroke. He survived that. But that's a fine margin.
And the very next ball when Johnny Bairstow almost went for a slog, didn't connect it. Virat almost made a fun out of it.
Yeah.
He was
So
there.
it was
just
working.
like, yeah.
He was
ये भी नहीं खेला जा रहा.
No, but see, that was working.
Yeah, that's
He
what I'm
was
saying.
playing on
so
his
Virat, to be very honest, Johnny Bairstow, who's batting at on 90 not out as of now, Virat has nothing to do with Johnny Bairstow's 90 not out.
So yeah,
I don't.
I also don't think
I
so.
don't find
So
any
by the
logic.
way, the only thing that you can see, he's got a lot of runs. He was in that time. Just open the scorecard. He was 13 of 61 deliveries when that incident happened, and then now he has reached 90 of.
91 of 114.
So he has faced about 60 odd deliveries. Roughly, I'm just doing my maths.
52 deliveries,
52 deliveries. After that,
and he has hit
60 odd runs.
78 runs.
He's batting on 31 at
13.
that. 1-3, oh.
13.
So 78 runs, 52 balls.
And it could have been worse if Ben Stokes would have batted a little more responsibly.
Yeah, Ben Stokes. Yeah.
Ben Stokes threw it away, to be
You
very
know
honest.
how many times he got dropped? Once Shardul Thakur dropped him. Then Shardul came on to bowl.
Bumrah.
Tried to charge Shardul Thakur the first ball as if he's some Vivian Richards. Ben Stokes, I mean, all credit to him, he's a good player. But he tried to charge him and Shardul bowled him a bouncer. First ball he bowled him, which went from here flying. Basically made him look stupid. The batsman looked stupid there. All because of the bravado that Ben Stokes wanted to show that I'm the superstar.
Stokes.
Then, again dropped by Bumrah. Again dropped by Bumrah. Sitter catch comes into Bumrah's hand,
Yes.
drops him.
And
Look
it
at
was-
his stupidity. Next ball.
Again.
Again plays that stroke and a nice catch that. I don't know about baseball, but this is
bad
dumb ball.
And it was so irresponsible on Ben Stokes' part.
Absolutely.
Because you
Absolutely.
would remember in 1984 Delhi Test match, Sandeep Patil and Kapil Dev. India were on the verge of drawing a Test match against England.
Bad shot.
Bad shot. Both threw their wickets away. And what happened next?
Drop for a test match.
Kapil Dev was dropped. Sunil Gavaskar, even today, when we talk about the rivalry between the two, even though both of them would deny it, even today when people talk about the rivalry between Sunil Gavaskar and Kapil Dev, that is one incident that crops up again and again.
No,
Why were both of them dropped? They both played irresponsible shot. Now this situation could have been better for England had Ben Stokes capitalized on those two drop chances. But then
My point is, what is the need? Okay, even if you have to play that aggressive type of cricket, Bairstow is doing it from the other end.
Yeah.
You're foolish enough to do it. Why do you have to do it?
Bas-
You could have bided your time. The only thing is, nothing will happen. You gave that example. Nothing will happen to Ben Stokes because this is the type of cricket he wants to play. His coach is also happy with him playing. So what? You're out. Keep dominating the bowlers. So if everyone is happy, no action will be taken against him. Then so be it. But I mean, if you have some cricketing logic, then and if the British press looks at it objectively, then this was a stupid mistake made by them. What if they have a collapse from here on?
Yeah, anything can happen. It's
Yeah.
a break, and India wouldn't mind actually. You know, this early lunch, India wouldn't mind because it's raining. Whenever they come back onto the field, maybe they have overcast conditions. Maybe
Yeah.
they'll have some support as far as conditions are concerned. So India shouldn't mind. But Bairstow has surpassed our expectations, everybody's expectations, because I remember in the pre-match show, in the just before the day started, we said, I thought I was being very, very over optimistic. In fact, 164 for
Yes.
6. You said, yeah, I'll go with you.
Yes.
And what is the score right now? 200.
200 for 6.
200 for 6, and lunch has been taken 15 minutes before the scheduled time.
5:25
Yeah.
is the time that play will resume.
Yeah,
So
so
in exactly 25 minutes from now,
Right.
play will resume. So somebody pointed out that I forgot his name. It said, "You guys are typical Indians. Enjoy watching a street fight of Virat Kohli." But no, that Virat Kohli thing, we were praising him, na. So that was, I mean,
No, it happened.
no, it was a smart ploy. Cricket expert is Nikhil, you are using words like stupidity for opponent captain. I have never heard use of these harsh words for Pant when he gets dropped out and out always. No, I think we may have used words. We have used some worse words
Worse.
for Indian players, by the
Yes.
way.
Um,
Go and check out some
Pant has encountered. Yeah.
check out some of the viral videos.
Pant has encountered not just Pant, in fact, a lot of cricketers, Indian cricketers.
You tell me, wasn't it very careless or irresponsible on the part of Ben Stokes to be batting like that? Wasn't it?
Especially from
As
a
in-
captain,
Yes, as an
not
Indian.
just a batsman.
Correct. If I'm supporting the Indian team, I'm happy. I'm only looking at it from that point of view. If we criticize Indian players, then you are looking at it objectively. I said if the English press is objective in their way of looking at things, and I think they will be, maybe not so much now, but if England were to lose this test match, then you know that the English press can also be very critical, and you will hear the same sort
Yeah,
of comments
you-
for Ben Stokes.
You don't have to find madness in method. You have to find method in the madness. So, anyways, we can take a few questions.
By the way, what did you make of that edge? Naked eye didn't look like any.
No, it to me it seemed because the
Like
moment,
Bairstow.
yeah, the Bairstow. In fact, the last over before the lunch was taken, what
Bairstow
happened
was
was
given out by the umpire.
Aleem Dar adjudged Johnny Bairstow as out of Shardul Thakur.
Yes.
So immediately, what happened? The moment he went for his shot and he missed it, Johnny Bairstow looked at his bat. And it was pretty clear, and from Virat was there at the slips. I think his reaction also almost gave it away.
No, Virat said, I could lip read. He said bat.
Yeah.
He said bat.
But Shardul was still confident.
Yeah, but Shardul asked,
Although-
bat, are you sure? It's something like that he was asking.
Shardul said, no.
No, bat.
So I said, I thought, Lord Shardul has seen it, so.
Arsalan is saying at least Virat is talking from the mouth and not from the bat. So the way you should have written it is that, yeah, you've written it wrong. You're writing it as if it's good that he's talking from the mouth,
Yeah.
but then you're saying it's not from the bat. So Arsalan, just a slight correction there. And he feels that Stokes is not showing stupidity. He's showing the intention from second inning. Okay,
Not-
fine. He's
Arsalan,
not getting a point. Yeah,
You're right. Okay. What you are saying is he is showing intent. Okay, what is an intent? Johnny Bairstow is scoring runs. I think that's intent. But if you get dropped once, the next over you get dropped, and the very next delivery you again try to slog or play a rash shot. That means you need to calm things down. It's Test cricket, not T20 cricket.
Also, I can't understand. What do you intent? I mean, intent, if you were to check the dictionary, would mean, wanting to do something, like initiation.
It's a positive word,
yeah.
basically.
So my point is, anyone who's batting aggressively is showing intent. What about Joe Root when he gets those runs? He's not batting in the same fashion, but is he not showing intent?
Exactly.
Intent is to wanting to do something, and I think you're misusing aggression with intent. Aggression is different, intent is different. I intend to do something, I don't have to be aggressive to do that. So there has to be a will to do something. So I think intent is great, but what Ben Stokes was doing was not intent. He was being irresponsible. He was clearly irresponsible. Shot after, and how many lives did he expect? I thought maybe one bad shot in that where Shardul dropped him. I think that would have been enough for any batsman to
Yes.
rectify, saying that no, this is not the way. I'll wait for the bad ball and only dispatch that. Not every ball you're trying to hit. What are you trying to show? I mean, and fair enough if you want to
and-
play like that.
And I understand, after England's victory against New Zealand, Ben Stokes also admitted that, we wanted to play this brand of cricket. Brendan McCullum is there, I am there, and we've got a team, all these things. But today, what happened? At least take an example, take a cue from what India did. Rishabh Pant, what he did, and what was Jadeja doing at the other end.
Yeah, exactly. No, also, I'll just, one is that Bairstow, which I mentioned, if Bairstow is striking, if you're a bit sensible, then you'll say, oh, I'll wait for my chance. It's when the run rate falls down, then I'll try to be aggressive.
And what if, because Bairstow, to an extent, he was also playing a risky game. What if he gets out?
Exactly what
That
I was
is when
coming
you're-
to. Imagine when Virat sledged him, Bairstow, the next few balls were trying to whack it. Imagine in that thing, if he had connected, he would have been out. Right? He just missed the ball completely.
Yes.
If he had been out at that time, then how would this approach look? I am saying intent is not only aggressive cricket. So let's look at Rishabh Pant's inning. He also played aggressively, but his inning was chanceless inning. He wasn't blindly just wanting to hit every ball out because he wants to live up to his name of Rishabh Pant, the guy who bats aggressively. No, he chose his deliveries very well. The ones that were to be hit, he hit. Some of those shots that he was getting for were technically correct shots, not even taking any chance. That is also an intent. Intent doesn't mean that I will come and whack everything. When he found that, okay, this is a spinner I can target, he got his runs there. If there was a bowler who was bowling well like Anderson, he respected him as well.
Exactly, and as far as the use of word stupidity is concerned, this is Ben Stokes. He is perhaps at this moment he is one of the best all-rounders in the world.
Yes.
But Kapil Dev, that is the reason why I mentioned that particular incident in 1984 here at Firozshah Kotla in Delhi. India could very well were on the verge of drawing that test match. But Sandeep Patil and Kapil Dev both played rash shots, got out. Sunil Gavaskar was the captain. If I'm not wrong, Chandu Borde was the chairman of selection committee. They both agreed that Kapil Dev and Sandeep Patil will not play the next test match in Kolkata. And as luck would have it, Kapil Dev was Kapil Dev. Kapil Dev came back again. Of course, there was a lot of hue and cry. But as luck would have it, Sandeep Patil never played a test match after that.
And the fans weren't happy. Kolkata, they said
Yes,
no Kapil, no test.
yes.
And they booed Gavaskar.
So if Kapil Dev and Sandeep Patil's actions or shots or rash shots can be judged and can be called stupid, I don't
Yeah.
see any reason why Ben Stokes, what he did today.
That
can't
wasn't sensible anyway. I mean, as an
Absolutely
Indian fan, you'll take it. You wanted that. I'm saying today, if you were to ask Indian bowlers, would you have wanted a sensible batting from Ben Stokes where he bided his time because Bairstow was getting runs and only scoring off bad deliveries? Or you would like this version of Ben Stokes who was trying? Indian bowlers would say, we want this.
Yeah.
This is what they wanted. So you're playing into their hands. That's how sport is. Are you going to play into their hands? That's what Bairstow was almost going to do against Virat. Playing into the hands of Virat, where Virat was trying to disrupt his concentration. That's another. And by the way, he also could have been out, playing those rash throw.
Yeah.
He got away with that, then calmed himself down, and then got his runs going. So, this is fine margins in Test cricket. Sometimes it goes this way, sometimes it goes the other way. Here and there, one edge against Shami. Even Bairstow could have been out earlier. People ask, where did the bowlers, Hardik is asking, where did the bowlers go wrong against Bairstow? The only thing I saw, firstly, I think Bairstow settled himself down after that initial anger that he was showing, where he was trying to whack aimlessly, blindly into the ground. He wanted to hit big sixes. I think firstly he changed his mentality. Then kind of was playing in Rishabh Pant mode where easy balls he was dispatching. The ones that come onto his leg, he'll whack it, or really wide, he would go after him. Not the good deliveries. The other thing, I think the Indian bowlers, they
Didn't use bouncers.
yeah, but no,
Although
you-
they had two fielders there.
Yeah. No, I think they started using bouncer or short ball bit early. Like when I say early, like right at the start when he was trying to be aggressive, and then didn't use when they should have used. when he got set.
Because Nikhil, if you would, maybe I missed a few balls or overs or something. But what I saw was even when he was pulling the deliveries, even when he was pulling these bowlers, he was not pulling them from chest height.
Yeah,
He wasn't pulling them
yeah,
from
yeah,
chest
from
height.
here, from
He
here.
was pulling them from here. In fact, the last over that Shardul bowled, if I'm not Shardul bowled the last over before
Yes,
rain.
yes, yes.
Yeah. So he
did.
picked him for 4, and then the next delivery he dispatched him for a 6. So both those deliveries, they were not chest height, that you were in danger of
Yeah.
whether should I play or should I just duck. So that ways, and initially when he started scoring those boundaries, I think he went for those full deliveries maybe. And third day is the best day to bat in English conditions, and so he could just bat through the line, and that's what he did, I thought.
Yeah, that is true.
But what form, huh?
Bairstow. See that again. I go back to a pre-show where all the comments that were coming in. I asked this question. So people are thinking that this test match is done and dusted.
I thought.
You forgot that the guys who play basketball are coming now, and the condition will be best because the ball would have lost its
Yes.
swinging abilities. So now batting would be easy, and these two guys can play. So
And
that's
the
why
new-
we predicted only one wicket
And
in
the
this
new
session.
ball is still 35 overs away, if I'm not
Yes,
wrong.
now
right?
is the time, and that again takes me to the Ben Stokes point. Best time to bat.
Best time to bat,
He gave it
yes.
away. These 30 odd overs would have been best.
And he should be kicking himself
Yes.
or punching maybe. He's
See,
better.
that's what I'm saying. Jadeja and Pant played sensible cricket, got you all those runs. You didn't play sensible cricket in Ben Stokes. You got out. Otherwise, you had a chance to take your team closer to India's target. Now you're just one wicket away, one wicket of Bairstow, and then you're in trouble.
Jadeja, Alok Purohit is saying.
What? Jadeja may come in now because I think the bowlers have bowled a lot.
It's just
18 odd overs, Shami
the
bowled.
innings is just 44 overs old, if 44 or 45 overs old now.
Yeah.
So
No, I think they'll bring
especially
Jadeja
against
for
two
Bairstow.
two right-handers. Added been Stokes, maybe I think
Yeah.
they will introduce him.
No, with that.
But then they'll also have to realize that now the outfield would be wet after this rain, and they'll have to see if Jadeja can grip that ball. Although it is
Plus,
for
fast bowlers will be rested.
but they'll be back after 40 odd minutes.
That's what I'm saying. Na? Fast bowlers
Yes,
are
yes, yes,
rested.
yes,
So
yes.
now you allow the fast bowlers to go for another burst.
Yes.
And if in that burst also he doesn't get out, then maybe get Jadeja. So not immediately after lunch, I doubt.
You guys are also praising Virat behavior seriously. You should. Avinash.
But no, firstly
I
he's saying abusing. I don't think he abused. Did you hear him
No,
abuse?
no.
I didn't. Whatever I could make out what he said keep quiet and focus on your batting is what I could hear. He told Bairstow. So I don't think there was an abuse. And by the way, isn't this part of the game? I mean, you're playing series in Australia all the time. Players are telling you stuff. What is wrong with that?
Not just players, people from the stands also.
Yeah, or that they were abusing, by the way, which is racist. But telling you that he's not good. It's not happened from now. It's happened from time immemorial.
By the way, Kushal Khurana is saying panel. Which panel blaming?
Must be somewhere else.
Okay.
Blaming Virat for Bairstow onslaught and not average bowling this morning. Panel finding difficult to appreciate basketball after dissing for 2 days.
Eric, so please, I don't want to hear
No,
this
which
word
panel
bas-
is he?
That's what- maybe that panel where Saransh is.
No. I think he may be talking about the broadcaster.
Quite possible because
Yeah. We though, in fact, Akash is saying banter makes Bairstow aggressive. That's true. But see, again, as I said, he gave you the chance. You just see that entire over. Right after Virat, and I think that was the purpose of Virat to do that. He was giving you chances. It's just that India didn't get that edge or that bad shot didn't fall into somebody's hand. That didn't happen. But to Bairstow's credit, he, reconfigured his style of batting very, very soon. He got himself into his senses and then started using the bad balls to hit and not aimlessly like Stokes was trying to do. So credit to Bairstow for that.
Rahul Rana is pretty scared. He's saying, as an Indian fan, it's scary to see Bairstow carnage, as this kind of innings can completely change the game. Johnny, yes, Pepper, do you like my batting? No. You have to pick right moment before commentators on air. Okay, Vaibhav Agarwal said, you have to pick right moment before mocking any batsman, if he's scoring good, then you can mock or do some banter. But already, if he's in struggle mode, you can't do it. Commentators on. I think they're
So what
talking
he's
about
okay,
Virat.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what I think what he's saying and what the commentators point out that when you wanted to upset the batsman, and I think that was the purpose of Virat to do it, or gamesmanship as we call it. What he's saying that commentators pointed out that you should have done it when he was, dominating. Let's say he was dominating the bowlers and you wanted to change few things, that is the time that Virat should have done it. Not when he was struggling. As you said, that was the time that he was still finding his feet.
Or maybe he could have asked Rishabh to just go and say these things too.
Yeah. Which is a fair point, by the way. Maybe at that time you didn't want to, or you didn't need to disturb his concentration because he was anyway not scoring.
What if he would
Lot
have
of
said
runs.
something back to him? Bairstow.
Bairstow did. Bairstow kept saying something back.
No, but I think Virat was saying something to him. Bairstow.
No, later.
No, it's very same over. The moment
Virat
Virat
also
started,
did.
no, that was after after
over.
the incident.
Yeah.
After that over. But even when Virat was saying non-stop, he was continuously saying something to Bairstow. Bairstow was laughing.
Yeah.
Let it go. Yeah.
No, but he was also trying to explain something to him.
Because if you remember, yesterday also, last evening, I don't know where you were. So last evening, what happened towards the end of the day's play, what happened, even Bumrah came up to Bairstow and asked him, please don't waste time. Bairstow said, this is what
Time wasting.
Bairstow said, everybody does this.
Yeah, I think it was an extension of that only.
Yeah.
That
quite
Virat
possible.
pointed out. Yeah.
And Bumrah was smiling when he said this.
Yeah.
And Bairstow, everybody does this.
No, so maybe Virat thought I'll use that.
So Virat said, "No, this is not the way." Sir, it can.
No,
turn
he's
ugly
saying
with
Sanjay
this.
Manjrekar in commentary told Virat abused and said, I hope people at home didn't hear what was said. No, I think I could be wrong, but I remember on commentary, I think what Sanjay said was, be careful with what you say because now you've got stump
Yes,
mic and
that's
people
what-
can hear.
yes, that's
so
what
I
he-
don't think Sanjay Manjrekar said he abused.
No.
He just said that whatever you're saying, be careful with the use of words because people at home can hear you because of the stump mic. That's what he said. But I didn't see him abuse anywhere.
150 minimum lead चाहिए.
The, what is he saying? Karthik Banta is saying the English captain needed to have word with Ben Stokes for his total irresponsible batting. Like he was trying to get out. Hang on, but the English captain,
I think he meant coach.
English coach, English captain to he himself is, which makes his act even worse, by the way.
And you never know. Tomorrow, if you ask Baz or Brendan McCullum about Ben Stokes' dismissal, because Ben Stokes himself has appreciated and spoken so much about Brendan McCullum that Brendan would also say, this is the way Test cricket has to be played from here on. But
Yeah.
that would depend on the result also.
Exactly. No, that's what you said. Now maybe now he'll think about it, Ben Stokes and cricket.
Yes.
But I don't know because you gave an example of Kapil Dev. At that time, the Indian captain took offense or
Yes.
noticed that this was not the right way. But in this case, that will not happen because he himself is the captain
Yes.
and the coach has full backing. The coach will also say no problem.
Had it been any other batsman, be it Root, Bairstow, or the senior most batsman, I wouldn't have said a lot of these things. But it's the captain himself who's doing this.
So Karthik Banta is saying it was sarcasm. I meant Ben Stokes only. That captain needs to have a word with Ben Stokes. So he was being sarcastic. Somebody has asked, what commentary do you hear, English or Hindi? We are listening to English commentary here.
I listen to Tamil. Siddharth, you Telugu?
No.
I listen to English because you get to hear the Sky commentators on that.
Yes.
Only stints, not full, but stints are there.
Whenever the Indian or the studio here, Bombay? Bombay.
Yes, they're in Bombay.
Bombay commentators
Why is
are on a
Snoj
break.
Kumar saying India is the worst team? They're doing so well.
India the best team.
Why is he saying that? Why? Jeetega to, hai na? Shubham wants to know, please confirm, has Rohit reported negative?
Yep.
Yes,
Yes.
he has reported negative.
I don't think he's playing or he's with with these guys, which one? A white ball team. I think he's going to stay back in Birmingham only. Why will he go there and then again come back?
Jairaj Rana is saying, looking at Virat Kohli and the aggression he showed, he says, Virat looking like old Virat. Century
Yeah.
loading in second innings. Also, a commentator said something like this, na? Sanjay Manjrekar only said. Saying that this kind of fires him up and
Yeah.
he scores runs. Remember we were
That
listening to
we've
it
been
commentary.
hearing.
We heard, but we said that we've been hearing for a
Every time.
while. Sanjay Manjrekar said in commentary. Yes, I heard that.
Sanju Manju.
What is Shafin is saying? You said Bairstow will not do anything. Come on, yaar.
Who said?
You are overconfident about.
You'll have to
India's
send
bowling.
me that clip. You'll have to send me that clip.
Tag him on Twitter.
Don't tag me on Twitter then. No, but I may not have said this. Will Rohit be playing the first T20? Yes, why not? T20 is butter chicken, bread and butter, everything. White ball cricket.
Bread and butter. What butter chicken you coming up with?
Maybe he's a
No, whose favorite was butter chicken? MS Dhoni.
MS Dhoni.
He used to eat butter chicken and butter naan every night for dinner when he was younger. Then when he got back into fitness, he realized with age you cannot keep eating. Then now he stopped. Now he eats healthy food. But in his younger days where you can digest everything, he used to eat butter chicken and naan.
Okay. As Moin, this is Ratnesh Gaur. He's saying, as Moin Ali said, Nikhil sir, Ben Stokes is showing to his teammates that it is okay to get out while playing shots. Maybe that's why he's playing in that matter.
True, but is that no? I think he's talking about that Moin Ali interview.
He has a point.
Yeah, where I asked Moin Ali that would it look embarrassing some days?
Yes.
He says no, they want to show that this is how he plays and he wants to. But my point is that right? That may be the approach, but is that right? You want to show your entire team that one guy at the other end is getting runs and we are going at very fast run rate, but I will still play shot. I get dropped, no problem. I'll take a shot again. I get dropped, no problem. Again I'll play. That's not again.
And I can't believe a test match that goes for 5 days. There is only one way of playing test cricket. I don't buy that logic.
Absolutely. Again, I give you. There are two batsmen who have, or three batsmen who've done very well in this test match. And all three of them, that is Rishabh Pant, Ravindra Jadeja and now Johnny Bairstow, all of them have not been playing just aimlessly trying to whack every ball. They played aggressive, waited for their chance, lose balls, dispatched them, sensible at the other time. Not that, okay, I'll get dropped, again I'll try. I'll get dropped, again.
Bairstow took his time yesterday also.
Chanchal Singh is saying, Nikhil sir, to find form, Virat should start playing domestic cricket. But where is the time for him to play
Doesn't have
domestic
time,
cricket?
unfortunately, Chanchal.
The Indian cricket only keeps happening all the time. Where is the time to play domestic cricket?
Nowadays, you look aggressive. Be calm, like Nikhil Bhai, and
Ignore the negativity. Chillax.
That's why I'm here on Sports Today.
Relax.
See, I'm relaxed.
Yeah, he is very relaxed.
Yeah, is it still rain? Oh, suddenly, actually, the rain has stopped.
No,
here.
rain has stopped here, and I think it has stopped in London also.
So this is
the show, the rain.
So I think whatever is happening here in Delhi NCR. So these are two tambus. Where we used to have. So, anyways, do we? Oh, chula.
It's about to start.
What's the? Achha,
25 is
Yeah, so it's going to start in another 3 minutes. So I know you're sending a lot of questions. We can't take all your questions now. Oh, Rohit can become concussion substitute.
So for that,
Somebody needs to get
has
hit
to
on
be-
the head and has to be a pure batsman, like for like, na?
Who could it be?
Who can it be? No, how do I know who can get hit? Could be Cheteshwar Pujara, could be Shubman Gill,
Could be. That means
Yeah,
you're
anyone
saying there
can
is a
get hit.
possibility. You're saying.
No, you said who could it be? I don't know. You have to get hit on the head, na? So how do you know? That nobody can decide, and it's by chance that happens. So, what if a number 5 batsman? Number 5 batsman can also get hit. Short pitch ball.
Number 5 was Rishabh Pant.
Oh, usual number 5. Rishabh came at 5.
If Rishabh
Number
gets,
6,
if
number
Rishabh gets hit, then
No, number 6.
KS Bharat.
He was number 5 earlier. This match he batted number 6. See there.
No, this match he batted number 5.
No, I was talking about
Oh, okay,
usual number
okay.
5.
Number 6, okay.
See, Sanskar has picked it up ahead of you.
I'm a little slow these days.
See,
Jaddu will get Bairstow. Any weather update?
Cheteshwar is saying, I am ready to get hit. There, Cheteshwar has joined.
And he has corrected his spelling also.
Cheteshwar has come. He said, I am ready to get hit on the head.
See?
He's joining us live on the chat.
Because
now it's,
lunchtime. No?
Lunchtime. He can
So Kalpesh is saying the weather. Kalpesh, the weather update is it's bright and sunny again in Birmingham, and play will resume after lunch at 5:25. Karthik's.
Amit Sen, you've given us a nice suggestion about Rohit's concussion substitute.
Even if it's not a bouncer, somebody else.
Okay, what are your prediction? I think Bairstow out in this session.
Last ball of the session?
No, not last. How do I know? But this session. Could be early, later, but last ball of this session, I'm going. Somebody
Now-
saying 200 loading for.
But they have to be very careful now because this is the last recognized batting pair for them. You have they're 6 down, no? So Bairstow.
I just got to say, Harsha Bogle is saying a dig at Kohli, saying now he is just telling you that how well he is seeing the ball.
I didn't hear anything from Harsha Bogle.
Yeah, I did.
Maybe I missed it, and I can't relate to it. To be very frank.
Somebody, why is Butler not available for this test? Because they don't look at Butler in Test cricket right
He
now.
was
He did
tried.
it was
tried
a
in the
terrible
middle
Ashes
order.
series.
He was tried
Terrible.
in the middle order, but
Yeah, you're a
but now going by the way their openers have been playing for the last couple of years, 3 years, 4 years, ever since Alistair Cook retired, I think it is better to get
I
Butler
think
and Jason.
Butler,
Roy to
whatever,
open.
he'll do much better than
Yeah,
Zach.
yeah, and as it is, he
Alex
fits
Lees.
the bill for what baseball.
It started drizzling again.
It started.
Chenchal
drizzling
Singh
again.
is asking, how was your holiday?
Your holiday.
Rahul sir is your name or my name?
My holiday was fantastico. Harry Fantastico.
Harry Fantastico. He joins us very often.
Rain update, it's back.
Rain is back.
But here it is all clear.
Yeah.
But we are in Delhi NCR, na?
No, but
That is
whatever is
Birmingham.
happening here is happening
That's
there
Birmingham.
Yeah.
also. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you please
take
do.
over.
I'm tired.
No, you take over. Give them the rain update. Take a few questions. Get Siddharth also to join.
Siddharth, come on.
Siddharth.
Hello guys, we are taking over for now since weather is still carrying on, and you know.
Yep, the rain is back in Birmingham. It was supposed to start, we would have had the first ball, but unfortunately...
Yeah, the rain is very much back, so we
Yes.
are losing time.
We are going to lose time, but remember, as per the playing conditions, play can be extended until 11:30 p.m. IST. 7 p.m. local time, and your second session and third session will be extended. Those are the playing conditions in England. Because England has this very, very weird thing about the weather.
Yeah.
You cannot start early, but you can extend the...
I think it's
Yeah.
also because over there the sunset is normally pretty late.
Oh
So
man, yeah. Even at 11:30, a typical English summer, 11:30 p.m. in the night, it'll be like how it is outside now
Yeah.
in Delhi NCR. That's how bright the summers are in England, and they're taking full advantage of it. And June and July, as always, in England, the weather is really, really bad.
Yep.
And that is why today, let's see how, apart from cricket, there's also Silverstone.
yes, of course, there's plenty of stuff going on today. So you have the Indian women's hockey team also will be starting their
yes,
World Cup
yes,
campaign
yes.
against England, FYI.
Yeah.
There's of course the British Grand Prix, which I will be watching with a lot of interest. And of course, if it's raining in Silverstone, you're in for a classic race.
Yes.
Rain in F1 is always good, unlike in cricket.
Yeah, Sharan Vinakota, yes, it is drizzling again. But luckily, Edgbaston has gotten so much rain in the past that it's a pretty quick drying outfield. The pitch has been covered, the squares have been covered, so that is why moment it stops, there's an inspection, it'll begin in the next 25 minutes. That is the only thing, but we have started to lose time now. Because 15 minutes prior to the lunch break, it was, the rain had interrupted it. And because of that, you could shorten the lunch break and even shorten the tea break But then you'll again start to lose overs because you're not started on time.
Yeah. As Karthik Banta points out, we're losing so much time in this test match, it might end up in a draw. I mean, I don't know. There's still.
We don't know because see, England in the past, they have often collapsed. You needed only 2 sessions to collapse England out. And as Nikhil and Rahul had pointed out, who are the 3 players, 2 to 3 players who can follow Bazball effectively? Root, Bairstow, Stokes. The rest of the batting, there is no batting. Let's be very honest in the England setup. There is the top order fails, the lower order also fails. Broad might click off, but Broad is a once in a
Blue moon batter,
Blue
yeah.
moon batter, indeed. So there is no batting apart from these 3 guys. So what are you going to do? So you'll just need 2 sessions probably, and England could collapse. Happened at Lords, happened at the Oval, can happen in Edgbaston. It is no longer in England's fortress.
Yeah.
It was from 2018 till 2018 till 2002. It was their fortress. They lost in 2019 in the Ashes. They have
And that
lost
was
to New Zealand in 2021. Now they lose probably or draw this match here. And do check out that video that I had said that if India post over 400 in the first innings of a test in England, they have never lost. So that is the one good thing. Stuart Broad will take revenge by scoring 100. Satvik Das is saying.
That's, I think, highly unlikely. If that happens, my God.
Look, okay, Broad did show glimpses. In that game against New Zealand, he hit 42 of 22 balls or something. It was at a strike rate of close to 200. But against this Indian bowling lineup, whether it happens, very, very unlikely. Okay, what if Bumrah bowls a bouncer straight at the helmet? Broad, will he go for the pull? I think he will, he shall. So let's see what happens in that way. So let's see, Broad can hit a few runs, but see, England are not going to go down by a lead of over 200 or 216. So England just needs 16 more runs to avoid the follow-on, and even if they had folded up for
Yeah, I
116,
don't think India would have enforced that, honestly. They would have wanted to get a bigger, set them like a 400 plus target for the second innings.
Yep.
Always, I think that's the way to go now. You don't often see, a lot of follow-ons enforced in today's day. You look to go for the big win.
Indeed. And so we are keeping a close watch on when it will begin, because remember, once the rain stops, there will be an inspection. And then after the inspection, you'll have a start time. And there is... Here will be Kankas, Rohit will replace Cheteshwar. Cheteshwar, I'm glad that you...
Glad that he has a sense of humor intact.
Yeah, normally Cheteshwar Pujara, you talk to him, he's one of the nicest guys around. Gentleman, but very, very timid. He doesn't talk that often to the media because he's really, really timid of it. So, yeah, I'm glad, but I don't think that concussion substitute thing will be taken.
Yeah, you just know that it is a possibility, technically.
Yeah.
That's it. Let's not discuss it further.
I don't look at, see, even if there's a concussion, I don't see this England team, barring Stuart Broad, to have that pace to rattle anybody with the concussion. I'm very sorry. Full respect to Anderson, Potts and all, but 80, 83, no. If it was Archer 95, 96, then I would
Then you
look
would
at it.
totally believe it. Remember, he did it to Smith also, so...
Well, that was a really scary thing. I thought we have got another Phil Hughes, if that had happened, unfortunately, the late Phil Hughes. So, any effect on World Test Championship standings if India wins, Harshit Padalia? Yes, this win, if it happens, massive. It just changes the entire World Test Championship cycle equation for 2 reasons. One, South Africa are also going to play England. South Africa are also going to play Australia. So somewhere down the line, Australia, England and South Africa will have a downturn in the percentage points. India has 6 tests after this including 7. 2 against Bangladesh, 4 against Australia. That Australia series is a virtual, I may say, preview to a World Test Championship final. So, in that sense, this match is very, very important for India's thing because their percentage points could rise.
Yeah.
And since South Africa are playing England, if they lose that, they slide down. The only team that can possibly halt India's march to a second consecutive World Test Championship final is South Africa. But South Africa have got, out of the 3 remaining, they have got 2 very tough series away. One is England, one is Australia.
Right.
So that will not be easy at all. Virat will hit 100 in the second innings. Gaurav
We sure hope
is-
so. And don't forget, the batting is going to it'll get easier to bat on as the test match wears on. Again, as we were pointing out even before that, in England you don't normally get 4th inning demon style pitches.
Yes.
So it will get easier to bat on. So age is indeed a possibility. Let's not
I mean,
kid ourselves.
in England, 400 I cannot look beyond the 2019 Leeds test. England bundled out for 67. They need a target of 362. Who steps up? Benjamin
Andrew
Andrews
Stokes.
Stokes. And Australia choking under pressure for the first time. They missed runouts. They screwed up on the DRS thing and all that. It was really, really a bad match. GGK, I think Pakistan will get to the series against SL and rest. Where did it go? Series and rest at home. Again, see, Pakistan, they didn't help their cause by drawing that series against the West Indies. That 1 wicket loss might really hurt them. And plus, they lost to Australia. Yes, they have got 2 against Sri Lanka. They have got 3 against England at home. But beating England 3-0 in Pakistan, well, might happen. Let's see. But 2 against New Zealand, yeah, they are. But for that to happen, they have to hope India loses to Australia. They at least lose 1 or 2 games.
True.
And that South Africa do not win more games against Australia and England.
So there's a lot of permutation combinations still to go in terms of the World Test Championship. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
But of course, the thing with the World Test Championship is that now that it's been put in place, more and more teams are looking for wins. You're not looking for a draw because you want those extra points.
Yep.
Simple as.
Simple. So that is why how pitch is going to behave in 4th and 5th day. Rituraj, well, actually the pitch is looking pretty good in Edgbaston. I mean, let's not make... it's been a very good pitch. So if it stays true, then probably I will just say, it will continue to be a target of 400, but it depends upon time. What will be the situation on time? Because see, this is the 3rd day. There are about 3 plus 3. There are 8 sessions remaining. You would want 4 sessions to bowl out the opposition.
True.
In India's case, because bowling, let's give a buffer of 3 sessions. That means 1 full day.
But of course, remember, even with that keeping that bowling in mind, they're not going to get a lot in the way of assistance going forward. So
Yeah, see, because Bumrah, Shami and all, they are all seam bowlers. So that is why they will get... There is nothing much happening off the air though in Edgbaston.
At this point, it's all about, I think, new ball. And maybe try and get some reverse, which we haven't really seen a lot. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, there are 3 very good players who can do the reverse swing. One is Siraj, Shami and Thakur. Those 3 really know how to reverse swing the ball. So, that will be a really, really good thing if that happens. Reverse swing especially. Will target close to 400, nothing of that. Well, let's see. First, the rain has to stop.
First, rain has to stop. Secondly, India would have to dismiss, England cheaply if you want to target a 400.
Well, you'll have to dismiss the remaining 4 batters in the next 1 hour.
Yeah, actually. You'd want to get them on like 50 runs at most.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're setting a 400 plus target, in my opinion.
Because if India follows baseball and scores at over, because look at the scoring rate, it's been close to 4 for England. And if India scores 4 per over and if they take about 3 sessions, then ideally they should set them a target of 400. Unless England erase the deficit, score about say 100 more runs, then they'll have to be really, you'll have to be cautious about that. So
True. Also, just a bit of an update, it is still very much raining. So nothing can actually happen until the rain stops. Whatever cleanup work has to be done, whatever inspections have to be done will only happen once the rain stops. So right now it's still raining.
Yeah, they had predicted, like, what is the time now? It's going to be 6, right? They had predicted a band of, say, from in the range of 12 to 3. Somewhere on that line, in 55 minutes or an hour before lunch, rain was coming. So the rain did come. All weather apps have really got it right this time, considering it's England. And you cannot predict the weather. It's really a miracle. So rain is continuing. Play has still...
But now people are saying that rain has stopped. Very interesting.
Typical
see
English
that
weather.
anywhere.
Yeah.
But even if it does stop, then that means there's still going to be a while for everything to happen.
Oh yeah, it'll take at least 25 to 30 minutes. So we'll be back with the revised conditions when that happens, when play will resume. So let's hope that the rain stops quickly.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, because it's England.
And because the test match is actually getting to a very interesting point. You thought, okay, India managed to do a lot of damage by getting rid of the top 4. Then Ben Stokes also goes, that's arguably England's biggest big match player. You get him, okay, sorted. But now you suddenly have Bairstow marching towards the ton. The Indian bowlers were looking, Siraj in particular, I think looked a bit lost at times.
Yes.
Deer in headlights moments for him. So, it was reaching a very interesting point, and we thought, okay, we're going to see how it is that they approach that 15 minutes before lunch, and then 15 minutes before lunch rain strikes. So
Oh,
it was,
yeah.
it was very well poised, you can say, the match.
Yep,
Very well
Bairstow,
poised.
Bairstow is already a leading run getter in tests for 2022. If he scores,
That's a sentence you never thought anyone would be saying.
yeah, and guess who he goes past? Usman Khawaja, who also we didn't feel he was going to be there. And he also goes past Liton Das of Bangladesh
Who's
as
done
well.
very, very well in test.
Very well,
basically,
yes. So if Bairstow scores those 9 runs, shock and horror, this will be his first test century against India. In all the years, 87 tests and 18 against India. This will be the first time he scored a test run against India. So that will be one big monkey off his back.
Absolutely.
If that happens. So he's on 91 currently. Sam Billings is on 7. The rest of the batting might not offer that much of resistance considering you've got Matthew Potts. Stuart Broad can tong the ball a bit. Anderson, well, if he faces the Bumrah barrage again, God help him. So that is the thing about England. I think any other further update that we can get from Edgbaston?
So far, nothing. I mean, there's no official word on,
Yep.
you know, whether it be when an inspection is going to take place or when it is that, you know, the match would resume. Obviously, if there's no inspection, then no chance of there being anything happening. It's all we know is that we're losing time. as things
Yes,
stand.
we are losing time now. So do join us at Sports Today. We'll get you the latest update as and when it happens, the playing conditions, the reverse timings. Remember, play can go on till 11:30 p.m. IST.
That would be 7 o'clock UK.
7 o'clock UK time. So let's hope that we get a quick update. Join us.
And that play starts sooner rather than later. Let's put it
Yes,
that
yes,
way.
yes. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Press the like, comment, and share button. We are also there on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you. We'll be back soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.